Welcome to mathematics. My name is Sir Mangeya, the eagle. So I'll work out. This one is a Cambridge A-level mathematics. It's actually a specimen paper for 2017. Right, so it's paper 1. So I'll work out this one step by step, right? So question by question. So please, mathematics is actually nice, it's actually easy, so just be with me as I'll be working out this question paper. Then please don't forget to subscribe. Right, so please just follow up what I'll be doing. I'm sure this video will actually help you very much. Right, so if you are preparing for exams, this one is the best video, actually the best video ever. Right, so please let's get started. The question paper, it's here. You can see it once again. I said my name is Sir Mangeya, like this. Sir Mangeya, that's my name, then my number plus 263 774 024 150. So these are my numbers, plus 263 774 024 150. Let's move on to question number 1. What is question number 1 saying? Right, so this one on question number 1, this series expansion, right? So the first one, in the expansion of that function, you can see it on the screen, where a is a non-zero constant. So a will never be 0, otherwise the expression will be undefined. Show that the coefficient of x squared is 0. Right, so first what you are supposed to be doing, guys, you are supposed to deal with this one first. Then after dealing with this one, you expand this one. After expanding this one, then you have to multiply with this bracket, right? So first, let's expand that one. So you say it will be a to the power 5 plus 5, choose 1, a to the power 5 minus 1, which is 4, then x to the power 1 plus 5, choose 2, a to the power 5 minus 2, which is 3, then x to the power 2. So just expand up to the term in x squared, right? Because the term that you want here is in x squared. So please don't waste your time expanding up to x cubed or up to the x to the power 5. No, just up to x squared, then you are done. Then let's simplify. So this one will be a to the power 5 plus 5, choose 1, is 5 from your calculator, then a to the power 4 x plus 5, choose 2 from your calculator. If you can punch, you will get 10. So it will be 10 a to the power 3 x squared. Right, then after doing it like this, then now you have to expand. Right, so let's expand using that other bracket. So it will be 1 minus 2x over a, then this one, it multiplies a to the power 5 plus 5, a to the power 4x plus 10, a to the power 3 x squared. Then you close your bracket. Right, then what you want are the terms which gives us x squared, right? Which terms gives us x squared? So here is wise to just consider those terms that gives us x squared. For example, if you can multiply 1 times this one, 10a cubed x squared, it will give you a term in x squared. Then the other one is this one. If you can multiply this 2 times this one, it will also give a term in x squared. Right, so let's start with the first one. So it will be 1 times 10 a cubed x squared, right, bracket, then plus, then that one is minus 2x over a times 5a to the power 4x, like this. Right, if you can simplify this one, let's simplify further. 1 times this one, 10a cubed x squared, this one will give you what? It will give you 10 a cubed x squared. Then from this bracket, since this and this will cancel each other, so there will be a to the power 3 here in this case, so it will be minus 10 a to the power 3 x squared. So this will be your final answer, right? So if you can simplify this one, you get 0x squared. So you've proved that the coefficient of x squared is actually 0. Let's move on to the next question. So that's how you prove, guys, right? So this question number 2, you can see it on the screen. It's saying the function f is defined by, or is such that the first derivative of x, that is f to the power 1, is first derivative of x is equals to 3x squared minus 7, and f of 3 is equals to 5. Find f of x. Right, so to simplify that one, what you do is, remember the first derivative, it was found by differentiation, right? So for you to find the f of x original, we have to integrate. So integrate so that you can get the first or the original f of x. So integrate this one, the equation 3x squared minus 7, then dx. Right, let's integrate. Here you get 3 times 1 over 2 plus 3 x to the power, sorry, it's 1 over 2 plus 1, 1 over 2 plus 1 x to the power 2 plus 1 minus 7x, then plus a constant. I can put k in this case, which is equals to, this one it will be 3 times 1 over 3 x to the power 3 minus 7x plus a constant. It is equals to, this 3 and 3 will cancel each other, so it will be x cubed minus 7x plus k. Right, then from this you have to, you are given here on this one here, that f of 3 is equals to 5. That will help you to find the value of k. So you can use that one, right? So f of 3, if you put 3 where there is x, minus 7 times 3 plus k is equals to 5, equal to 5. Then 27 minus 21 plus k is equals to 5. Then from this one, you can see that, now let's move on to this section. So from this one, 27 minus 21 is 6. 6 plus k is equals to 5. Then k is equals to 5 minus 6. K is equals to minus 1. Right, now after this, then you replace your k here. You replace your k here to find the original value of f of x, because this one is actually f of x. Like this, it's actually f of x. Or you can just replace in this equation here. It will be easier, this equation. Right, so then what you do is, you say f of x will be equal to x cubed minus 7x, then where there is k, you put 1, so minus 1, so you replace here, then you are done. So this one is your f of x. Right, let's move on to the next part. Question number 3. There is that series equation. I'm sure you can see it, right? Actually, it's easy. What you have to do is, if you have to take this sign, you put it on this side, so that it will be sine of pi over 6, right? So make sure, if you're using pi over 6, your calculator will be in radians. If you decide to use the degrees function, then your calculator must be in degrees, and that pi is supposed to be converted to 180, and so that it will be sine of 180 divided by 6, which is the sine of 30 degrees. Right, let's get started. So this one, it will be 4x to the power 4 plus x to the power 4 is equals to sine of pi over 6. Right, so if you can punch pi over 6, sine pi over 6 in your calculator, what do you get? Let's punch. You get half. Right, so sine pi over 6, you get half. So you replace that one with the half. So 4x to the power 4 plus x, this one is actually x squared. This one is actually x squared. So times plus x squared is equals to, this one is half 1 over 2, right? You get rid of the denominator 2. How? You multiply everything by the denominator 2 to get rid of 2. So here it will be 4 times 2, it will be 8 x to the power 4 plus 2x squared is equals to, if you multiply by 2 here, you just get 1. Right, let the right side be 1 only, let it be left with just 1. So here you write 8 x to the power 4, put everything to the left side, minus 1 is equals to 0. Right, now if you can remember these equations, you apply the laws of indices. It's more like x to the power 4 is x squared squared, right? It's x squared squared. So I want to use that trick. You have to say y is equals to something, right? Y is equals x squared. That's what you have to understand. Then x squared minus 1 is equals to 0. Then you say let y is equals to x squared. So it will be 8y squared plus 2y minus 1 is equals to 0. Then after this one is a quadratic equation, right? So you solve it as a quadratic equation. How to solve it? You find the factors, two numbers, when you multiply them, they must give you minus 8y squared. When you add or subtract them, they must give you this plus 2y. So which are the numbers? It's plus 4y and minus 2y. So you replace the middle number with those factors, plus 4y minus 2y minus 1 is equals to 0. Then this one you factor out here for y. Then you get this one will be 2y plus 1. Then you factor out minus 1. You get 2y plus 1 is equals to 0. So 2y plus 1, 2y plus 1, the same, right? So now let's simplify further. Let's simplify further this one. So it's 2y plus 1, then 4y minus 1 is equal to 0. It's either 2y plus 1 is equal to 0 or 4y minus 1 is equal to 0. Right, then here if you can simplify, you get y is equals to minus half, or y is equals to a quarter. Right, then we remember we said let y is equals to x squared, right? Said let y is equals to x squared above there, so it means x squared is equals to minus half. We now replace, or x squared is equals to a quarter. Right, if you can try to look this one, you can say, if you can say x is equals to square root of minus half, it will give you imaginary values or imaginary roots, right? So you don't have to use this one. You ignore this is the first solution, you ignore it, right? So you have to take the, or to consider the second solution. X squared is equals to 1/4. So from this one you say x is equals to square root of 1/4. Square root of a number, remember, is plus or minus. So x is equal to square root of 1 is 1, square root of 4 is 2, so it's plus or minus 2, which means x is equals to it means x is equals to minus half, or x is equals to half. So we've solved our equation. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 4. Question number 4 is saying, show that the equation for cos theta over tan theta plus 15 is equals to 0 can be expressed in this form, which is 4 sin theta minus 15 sin theta minus 4 is equals to 0. Right, so what do you do? Use identities. So it will be 4 cos theta over tan theta plus 15 is equals to 0. First multiply by tan theta, get rid of tan theta, multiply everything by tan theta. So it will be 4 cos theta plus, you multiply 15 by tan theta, then you multiply 0 by tan theta, you get a 0. Right, then after that, use the identity of tan theta. Identity for tan theta is what? This one is sin theta over cos theta. This is the identity that you have to use, right? So you say 4 cos theta plus 15, then sin theta over cos theta is equals to 0. So it's equals to 0. Right, now get rid of the denominator cos theta, which means you have to multiply everything by cos theta. It will be 4 cos theta times cos theta plus 15. If you can multiply here, you just get 15 sin theta, then cos theta will cancel each other, then is equals to 0 times cos theta is 0. So here cos theta times cos theta is cos squared theta plus 15 sin theta is equals to 0. Then after this, use the identity for cos theta, cos squared theta. Identity for cos squared theta is what? This one is 1 minus sine squared theta. That's the identity that you have to apply and use in this case, right? So is that identity. Cos squared theta is equals to 1 minus sine squared theta. So you replace now cos squared theta with 1 minus sine squared theta. Please remember to put brackets, otherwise you get a serious answer there. Is equals to 0. Then remove the brackets, 4 minus 4 sine squared theta plus 15 sine theta is equals to 0. Now collecting like terms, or just put everything on the right side so that the coefficient of sine squared theta will be positive. So it will be 0 is equals to 4 sine squared theta minus, this one will be minus 15 sine theta, then minus 4 is equals to 0. This is the same as 4 sine squared theta minus 15 sine theta minus 4 is equals to 0. So it means we have shown what we're supposed to have shown. Right, so that will be the answer. Then next, the next question, by saying hence solve the equation. That one you can see the equation for values of theta between 0 and 360. What you do, guys, is you just take this value, this equation that we've obtained above there, right? So you just consider this equation, 4 sine squared theta minus 15 sine theta minus 4 is equals to 0. So it's 4 sine squared theta minus 15 sine theta minus 4 is equals to 0. So you just have to use this equation, right? So solve this equation since it's the identity the same as this equation that you are being asked to solve. Right, you can say let x is equals to sine theta, then you have the equation in x, not in sine theta, right? That is, if it's difficult for you or confusing for you to solve this equation, if it have theta sine theta, so it will be 4 sine squared theta minus, no, we are now replacing the sine theta with x, right? So it will be 4x squared minus 15x minus 4 is equals to 0. Factorize this one. So it's 4x squared minus 15x minus 4. You find two numbers which when you multiply they must give you minus 16x squared, and when you add or subtract they must give you minus 15x. So which are the numbers? The numbers are minus 16x and plus x. So you place this middle number, minus 16x, then plus x, minus 4 is equal to 0. Then it will be, you factor out 4 here, 4x, then it will be, in the brackets, it will be x minus 4. then you factor out 1, it will be x minus 4 in the brackets is equals to 0. Then you write that one, x minus 4, then 4x plus 1 is equals to 0. It's either x minus 4 is equals to 0 or 4x plus 1 is equals to 0. Right. So it's either x is equals to 4 here, on this solution, x is equals to 4, or on this one, if you can simplify, you get x is equals to minus 1/4, like this. Remember we said let x is equals sine theta, right? So now you replace sine theta with sine theta. So sine theta is equals to 4, or sine theta is equals to minus 1/4. Right, on this first solution, if you can try to look here, you will say arc sine of theta will be arc sine of 4. For this one, you can't find it in your calculator, it's an error. So you have to consider only the second solution. So on this one, you find the principal value or the primary value. So you say theta is equals to arc sine of 1/4, right? Please take note. We have to use on this case I'm using the quadrant rule, right? So the quadrant rule, you just have to ignore the minus sign. You don't have to put the minus sign. That one will work on the quadrant where sine theta is negative or sine theta is positive. So in this case, we want to find in which quadrants is sine theta negative. Now if you can punch arc sine of 1/4 in your calculator, you get 14.5. So it's 14.5 degrees. So this will be your PV, your primary value or your principal value. Let's move on. Now, in which quadrants is sine theta negative? Which quadrants? So you have about 4 quadrants here. So the first, second, third, and the fourth quadrant. So sine theta is positive in the is negative in the third and fourth quadrant. That's where sine theta is negative. So your angle is the one that will be made with the x-axis. So you write 14.5 here. Then on this one also you will put 14.5. Right, then the solution is to theta. You write theta is equals to, the first solution to theta is from the x-axis to the first line. So it's this angle here to this first line. That's the first solution. What is the value of that angle? That one is actually 180 plus 14.5. That's the first solution, right? Then the other solution, next solution, is this angle. This angle from the positive x-axis. Let me use a different ink here. From the positive x-axis. From the positive x-axis to this second line. This is the second solution. Right, what's the size of this angle? If you can try to look here, it's 360 minus 360 minus 14.5 degrees. There are no any other angles in this case, right? So if there are no any other angles, what are you supposed to be doing? You just have to simplify this one, right? So if you can say 180 minus plus 14.5, what do we get? 180 plus 14.5, you get 194.5. So theta is equals to 194.5, or another value 360 minus 14.5. What do you get here? 345.5 degrees. So these are the two solutions or the two values of theta, right? So these are the two solutions or the two values of theta. I'm sure you've understood this concept or this part. So the other part or section, we are ending on this part. My name is Sir Mangeya. I'm sure my number plus 2637740245150 plus 2637740245150. So the next section from number 5. This will be number 5. So it will be in the next video, right? So please be with me. Find the next video. This one, the first one. Thank you. Thank you. Remember to subscribe, right? So please don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, right? So subscribe and subscribe and subscribe and subscribe, guys.